Got breaking news. LeBron is a Laker.
LeBron James is a Los Angeles Laker.
4-year, $154 million a max deal. That's what he can sign in LA.
LeBron James pretty much broke the NBA by signing with the Lakers. The media got exactly what they wanted. The biggest star ended up on the biggest team brand. And Laker fans, they didn't know what to make much of it because on one hand they were getting an NBA legend, but on the other hand they felt like it would somehow get in the way of Kobe's already solidified career. People were tearing down this man's posters and vandalizing his murals, and many fans actually believed LeBron only came to LA for the lifestyle and his business endeavors. Magic Johnson, who at the time was the Lakers executive, thought it would be a good idea to surround LeBron with some guys that could actually handle the rock, which led to the signings of guys like Stevenson, Rondo, and Beasley. But despite the lack of three-point shooting, LeBron actually had the Lakers playing their best basketball in years. LA had a record of 20-14 and were a 4th seed in a tough Western Conference, until LeBron had a nasty, horrible groin injury. On January 8th, a young talented superstar by the name of Anthony Davis requested a trade from the Pelicans, and it was no doubt his relationship with Clutch Sports would make him a primary target for the Lakers.
Let's start with the Lakers here. Where do they stand in these trade talks?
Los Angeles has put in their offer Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, the 4th pick in next Thursday's NBA draft.
But with the February 7th deadline coming up, LA just didn't have the time to convince the Pelicans to give up their 25-year-old franchise player. The young guys, they just could not keep the ship moving, man. And to make matters worse, they had to deal with constant trade rumors.
Lakers still last in free throw shooting in the NBA at 68.9%.
Well, once you get down that low.
They went on to go 6 for 11, which caused LeBron to have to come back earlier than he really should have. And because of the hole they had already dug themselves in, LeBron felt like he actually had to turn off playoff mode.
Now, unfortunately for me, because I don't like to do it at such an early time, I'm a little bit different. But it's been activated, so look forward to seeing what we can do.
But it still wasn't enough as the team went on to be a 35-47 team. On April 9th, Magic announced that he was stepping down and claimed that there was a lot of backstabbing going on in the front office, which caused fans to ask, what's really going on?
We've been talking about next year, and I'm sitting there saying, I'm not going to be here.
Summer of 2019, Lakers finally pulled off a trade for Anthony Davis, which meant that they had to part ways with their young core. Things were finally looking bright in Los Angeles. LA finally got LeBron the star that he wanted and actually built a complete roster by signing a reigning champion in Danny Green and a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year in Dwight Howard. They started out hot with a 49-14 record. They even beat a juggernaut Clippers team and a Giannis-led Bucks team in back-to-back games. On March 11th, Rudy Gobert tested positive for COVID-19 right before tip-off. The NBA, not knowing what they had to do, had no choice but to suspend the season indefinitely. LeBron knew that the Lakers had the capability of winning a championship and pushed for the NBA to find a safe way to resume the season. They ultimately decided to continue in Disney World, Florida, which was popularly known as the Bubble. NBA players had to test daily and were pretty much isolated from the rest of the world, but guys knew this was the only way they could continue to play. Lakers had a successful bubble run. They went on to beat Portland, Houston, Denver, and Miami in one run to finally capture LA's first championship in over 10 years. All that LeBron only came for Hollywood statements were pretty much proven wrong. At the start of the 2021 season, the Lakers, they made some roster improvements. They added 2 guys in Montrezl Harrell and Dennis Schroeder who were both 6th Man of the Year candidates their previous years. They also added Marc Gasol, who we all at the time felt like would be a great fit. The Lakers started off 21-6 and it seemed like them being a back-to-back championship team was inevitable. Anthony Davis had fully committed to the Lakers, signing a 5-year, $190 million extension, and LeBron shortly after a 2-year, $85 million deal. But then Davis, he went down.
Davis, a little shaken up after the plays. He got hit, grabs that right Achilles area.
Davis suffered an Achilles injury that didn't require surgery, and LA stayed afloat by winning the next 7 out of 14 games. But then every Lakers fan's worst nightmare happened.
LeBron, ooh, down he goes, and he grabs his ankle. LeBron with his right ankle, and he's hurting.
LeBron went on to miss 26 games, and by the time both stars came back, they had already fallen all the way down in the standings. And because of the late start to the season, LA didn't have enough time to jump back up. With the implementation of the play-in game, Lakers had to get through Stephen Curry and the Warriors to secure a playoff spot as the 7th seed. They went on to do just that, and LeBron actually hit a dagger in Steph's grill, all while seeing multiple rims.
After, drape my finger to the eye, I was literally seeing three rims out there. So I just shot at the middle one, and I was able to, with the grace of the man above, I was able to knock it down.
The Lakers went on to play a red-hot Phoenix Suns team. Their championship experience showed as they went into Game 4 up 2-1. But then AD suffered another injury.
And he grabbed that left leg. Again, it was the left knee that he sprained in Game 3.
The Lakers just could not stay healthy, and the Suns, well, they went on to win the remaining games. On August 6, 2021, the Lakers went away from their depth mentality and traded for Russell Westbrook. They traded 2 of their championship players in Kyle Kuzma and KCP to the Wizards, along with Montrezl Harrell. Lakers also signed older veterans. They were basically a retirement home. Guys like Carmelo, Dwight Howard, Trevor Ariza, and DeAndre Jordan. Russell Westbrook just wasn't a fit though. He was only making 70% of his dunks and half the time had trouble even hitting the rim. The Lakers, they felt like they never stood a chance, so they refrained from making moves at the trade deadline despite the push of LeBron in clutch sports. Westbrook's $47 million deal contract wasn't making anything easier for the Lakers either. It just was not seen as a valuable asset to other teams. With the Lakers' 2 stars still dealing with injuries, they found themselves finishing with a 33-49 record, and they ended up missing the playoffs. Laker fans were upset and wanted Westbrook gone by any means, but the front office didn't want to attach any picks just to get rid of Russ. Shortly after their final game loss, Lakers actually fired their championship coach Frank Vogel in the middle of an interview.
Adrian Wojnarowski tweeted that the Lakers are going to be firing you, a decision they'll let you know tomorrow. Have you communicated with the front office at all about your future? And I guess what's your reaction to hearing that?
My reaction is I haven't been told, and I'm going to enjoy tonight's game, celebrate what these young guys did in terms of scratching the claw and getting back in this game, getting a W, and we'll deal with tomorrow.
That next offseason, Lakers hired former Bucks assistant coach Darvin Ham. Lakers were amazed of his understanding of X's and O's, but what they really liked was the relationship he was able to cultivate with Westbrook. But because of chemistry issues, Russ had to be moved to the bench, which, to his credit, he chose to do. LeBron was playing out of his mind, and with AD continuing to get injured, he pretty much had no choice. On February 7th, LeBron beat the record that no basketball fan really thought he would ever break. He passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the NBA player with the most points in history. Despite LeBron's heroics, Lakers still ended up losing that game to the Thunder. Anthony Davis was actually receiving criticism for not getting up and congratulating LeBron publicly in the moment.
It comes off as petty. It comes off as you're hating. It comes off as that you're being jealous of the moment.
When Kyrie requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets, LeBron made it known that he wanted him at all costs. Which makes sense because he pretty much won his greatest championship with Kai as his Robin. When Dallas traded for Kyrie, LeBron publicly admitted that he was upset they couldn't get him, which showed his desperation to move off Westbrook. The Lakers eventually ended up trading Russ in a 3-team deal and received much needed shooting in D'Angelo Russell and Malik Beasley. They also got a pesky Energizer Bunny in Jared Vanderbilt. The Lakers ended up finishing strong and actually made a run in the playoffs, beating both the Grizzlies and Warriors in 6 games, but ended up getting swept by the Denver Nuggets. D'Angelo Russell was pretty much unplayable and only averaged 6 points per game. The Lakers felt as if all they needed was an off-season training camp in order to get everything right. They kept majority of their depth and added guys like Cam Reddish, Hayes, and Gabe Vincent. Anthony Davis finally beat the criticism and played 76 games, the most in his career. Despite their 2 stars playing great basketball and staying mostly healthy, Lakers still never got it going. They eventually ended up being an 8th seed team and found themselves having to play the Denver Nuggets again. Anthony Davis was not happy with Darvin Ham's game plan, and LeBron was shown being frustrated with the coach's inabilities to challenge calls. And personally, I don't blame LeBron. It must suck knowing that you're smarter than your own coach. The Nuggets were the favorites from the beginning and ended up beating the Lakers 4-1 in convincing fashion. Immediately after losing, Shams reported that Darvin Ham is unlikely to return as the Lakers head coach. He had completely lost the locker room and even made questionable remarks about his own players. Shortly after the game, LeBron actually had questionable comments regarding his future with the Lakers.
Tonight, was there any thought at all that this could have been your last game with the Lakers?
I'm not going to answer that. Appreciate it.
Despite LeBron winning Lakers a championship though, many fans feel a disconnect and actually want him gone. And as much as LeBron can point fingers at the front office, he completely messed up when asking for Russell Westbrook, which I believe ultimately ruined his chance of ever winning a championship again, as the Lakers are still feeling the after effects. But at the age of 39, LeBron continues to do things a guy his age should not be able to do. Leave a comment down below. Do you guys think LeBron has had a successful 6 years as a Los Angeles Laker, or do you believe it's been a failure? Although things probably didn't go as planned, he still won the Lakers a championship and brought them back to life. Whatever you think, man, let me know. Please like and subscribe and turn on post notifications for more content. Until next time.